So today I'm going to talk you through how to make a bed, or how I like to make a bed and the way that we make the beds in our stores. Just to get started, I've already laid out my sheet. So it's basically, we've got a fitted sheet on here, and I've just laid down a flat sheet. We've chosen a beautiful pinstripe ruffle sheet. And I've just got my doona folded over the end ready to pull up. I've pulled the ruffle all the way up to the end so that it allows me a bit of room to fold it back over. So once I've got my doona on, I'll then pull that back up. So normally you would pull your doona up, bring it sort of almost right up to the top here, and you know that's just a plain sort of simple way of putting on the doona. But what I like to do, again, just to create that layered effect, is to roll it back sort of about, you know, halfway here, so that we've got 1/3 rolled over, 2/3 left plain there. So roll that over like that. Make sure you're always using a nice, like a fluffy kind of doona. I always buy the hotel grade fluffy doonas just because they just look nice and sumptuous, and you know, like you just want to jump in, dive in there. So the next step is to grab your flat sheet, and because it's got that beautiful ruffle on there, fold that over. Got some matching pillowcases to the doona cover, the duvet cover, with the ruffle, again just for a little bit of added interest. You can go plainer if you don't like the ruffle, it's quite feminine. And I'm going to pop those at the back here. And I've chosen the pillowcases with the wider stripe. Again, it does tie back, all of the colouring all ties back together, but then just to add a little bit of visual interest is why I've chosen the wider stripe as opposed to the pinstripe. So there is, you know, layers in the pattern as well. The next step is to add your scatter cushions, which a lot of husbands love or don't love. So we don't go overboard with these. I usually just add sort of 2 or 3, or you can just do one big lumbar cushion along there. And then my feature cushion at the front is just like a beautiful, nice chunky woven textured piece in neutral colours, not too clashing. You can choose to have a patterned cushion or something as your feature cushion if you want to add that extra layer of pattern. And then again, talking about layers, and this is probably applies more to winter time, but we want to introduce that extra layer and colour by adding in a coverlet or a quilted blanket or something along those lines. And then if you do want to go one step further, and this is probably more for shop styling, you probably wouldn't do this so much at home, but I also like to add in another layer. So I've got another really beautiful chunky linen throw here that matches back to my cushion, and it just kind of lightens it all up a little bit. When I put throws over the end of the bed, I like to just kind of have a few sort of lines in them, so not completely neat and not completely straight. Not too messy, like it's not just thrown over, but I do like it to look sort of, I guess, curated. So there we go. So yeah, so we've got the throw that matches back to the cushion here, and you can see through all of the different layers, the different tones and textures. That's how we create a layered bed.